Oh Hennessy, I'd rather have cider than Hennessy. Cider and Hennessy is the Christmas album released by Jordin Sparks, and we're going to review that here today on Y.E.S. I honestly was not sure when we would get to hear another album from Jordin Sparks. This is not what I expected at all. Like, literally, at all. Despite the confusion that might be coming across my face and or voice, and I don't know, any other hints that I might be giving off. There are some interesting moments in this album that I would like to talk about. But before I do that, obviously the elephant in the room. Interesting title. Just gotta throw that out there. I mean, at least it's at least it is different in that regard, but wow. I don't know. I just throwing it out there. Yeah. It's a 10-track album, so it's pretty simple. It's not long or overbearing. It's just a music project, and I think that there are moments where I can get on board, and then a few where I'm like, that was maybe different in a way that I wouldn't normally want in a Christmas album. We'll get to that. The first song on here is titled Merry Christmas to Your Face. It's like a low-key funk, and I'm okay with funk. Funk makes me move. Yeah. Going down about halfway, we have a song titled Love is Alive. It's like a pop upbeat song that, in a way, not totally, but in a way, does remind me of her song One Step at a Time, and I love that song. That may be my favorite Jordin Sparks song, perhaps. No Air was also pretty good. But this is kind of the upbeatness that I was expecting and hoping for, that I would think that a more pop-centric artist would try to incorporate into a holiday album of this kind. And then near the end, we have a song called Oh, It's Christmas. Yeah. Oh. I was just happy with this. So, yeah, I had to mention and highlight this one. So, just throwing those three out there, I had an enjoyable time. Everything else is slightly more experimental is not really the right word, but it kind of gives you an idea of what direction I'm trying to explain it. I guess the phrase a mixed bag is really the best way that I can try to describe it. Almost every other song in here is like, all right. And then there's a few where I'm just like, oh, that's just confusing. We'll start with confusing first. The song A Baby Changes Everything. This features Matt Bloyd, and I know it's talking about baby Jesus, but the first verse does not really get me into that. I think it's talking about something totally different. And it's not until I think the second verse that I'm starting to think, oh, she's actually going for this route. But it almost seems like it's giving a subliminal second kind of message kind of in there. Again, I don't want to read too deep into that. I'm just thinking, I don't know if this song actually means what she's trying to think it means. Like, I feel slightly misled when I'm listening to it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I do think this is a Christmas album. So, it's got to be Baby Jesus. But it feels so non-specific or explicitive for that exact moment, which could make you interpret it in several different directions. And I was just like, huh? What? Okay, I think I proved my point. Moving on. The last song in here, called One More Step, DJ's Lullaby. There's nothing really inherently wrong with this song. It's just kind of a cheesy, musical-oriented kind of song. I just didn't really get that hooked into it. I don't find it offensive. I'm just like, All right, after everything that we kind of experienced in here, we're just going to go and throw in a song that's like a lullaby for your son kind of thing. And that should be cute, but it's a little too, like, commercially cutesy in a way. At least for me, I don't know. I'm really not trying to diss this song. I'm just expressing my confusion or as great of personal satisfaction that I wish I could have gotten from it. Then we have the track Trampa's Melody. Jordin, girl. No. This song, no offense, I'm just gonna use this just to get the idea across. I'm not trying to prove a point or anything like that, but this song is too hood for Christmas. Now, I would enjoy listening to BMX sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer more than listen to this. Like, if you haven't seen BMX do that, it's awesome and hilarious at the same time. But her doing this really weird hip-hop thing in this song, I'm just like, are we just trying to make Christmas Gucci or something like that? It just feels weird, okay? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying you can't try to do that. I just thought, this isn't the landing that you should stick when trying to maybe take it in this direction, which is really only for this song, if I'm remembering correctly. Well, now that you've got an idea from my comments, overall, lyrically, it's mostly good. Most of the beats in here are fine for, a pop album that thinks it's a holiday album. It's a holiday album, but there are others that really deserve that title more. I just feel like I should say it that way, just so you all understand how I think about it. So, after having listened and reviewed this album, I'm going to give production a B+, creativity a C, expression on lyrics a C, and how would I recommend this album? I'm going to give it a good. I honestly thought I was going to give it maybe a lesser recommendation, but the ones that I liked, I actually really like. And everything else in the middle is very toss-up, and then the other three that I mentioned are like, yeah, okay, I'm not on board with that, but I can see someone else maybe being okay with it. So I'm just kind of finding a middle ground at this point. It's nice to hear Jordin sing again, so at least we've got that going for us. But yeah, I'm going to take a few of these songs and put them in my Christmas playlist. And that's about it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me in my social media links down in the description below, and be sure to leave a like for the video as well as a comment if you want to engage with me. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.